Welcome back to 1.2 Brain Cells Podcast.
Yay!
Hola, hola. I'm Nati.
Money.
Yes, how you doing? What's your weekly catch up, boo boo?
Okay, so for
Mm.
the third time, I got a new benefit.
Oh,
Mhm,
what's this
mhm.
one's name?
I have not named him yet. This one's a he.
Mm.
And looking at him, I'm starting to think the other two were both female. Okay, now we know that Misty was female.
Okay,
We weren't sure on Axel, but considering I have since learned that males are the ones with the really big fins, and
okay,
Axel didn't really have fins like that.
right.
I think Axel was a she.
Axel was a she.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like Axel's somewhat gender neutral.
Axel's a badass name. We gonna make it gender neutral. Axel, rest in peace. I miss you, girl. I still
Cute.
picture her little derpy face. But yeah, okay, so this time I have a male. The ones with the big fins. I have not named him. I'm letting him settle before I creepily stare at him forever until a name pops into my head. I got a lot more
Cute.
plants, so he has places to hide and shit. Um, and there are a lot less fish in the tank right now. Um, I have 5, 7, 8, 10 fish in the tank, but
Okay.
two of them are autos, which are the tiny little suckers that just stay on the glass,
Yeah.
so they don't really count. 5 cherry barbs and 2 yo-yo loaches, who give me a headache. But I've been watching them, and they've been leaving the new betta alone, so that's good.
You don't think he's gonna eat them? They're gonna eat him?
No, and I haven't seen any nipping, so that's good. I just gotta stay on it. I will, slowly be adding more plants as well, since my tank could use more plants. Um,
More
and yeah,
vegetation?
yeah, more vegetation.
Cute. So we'll
hmm
find
hmm
out probably in the weeks to come when what his name is.
Yeah, I will let y'all know when I think of it. He's like a cute little reddish pink color.
Cute.
I was gonna go with like this light blue color that you had, but I'm liking the red one more.
Yeah, it'll pop off more.
Yeah, yeah. How about you, baby?
What's new with me? Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, Nothing really. I ain't even going front. Like it's the same old shit. New day.
Mm.
Dance, work. I mean, we kind of knew this, but the
Hmm.
work officially confirmed that we're gonna be working from home up until like mid August, so
Mm.
early
Mm-hmm.
September.
Yes, you did mention that was a possibility.
Yeah, now it's confirmed. I was like, ooh, yay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But besides that, nothing else. Trying to determine certain trip stuff as
Mm-hmm.
usual. New trip have come up, which is exciting. But also, I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, well, shit, I haven't planned another one that I definitely probably will have to do. So, yeah, trying to figure that out. Um, but chilling.
And you're talking about the one that we brought up just yesterday, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I want to go. I want to do it. Right.
Uh-huh.
FOMO. And especially also because like it's been something that I've been wanting to do for a long
Yeah.
time now.
Yeah.
Um, but at the same time, I have another trip that I have to plan. There's another
Mm-hmm.
trip that I have not planned, but I should plan. Um,
Uh-huh. The
and
fam one?
so, huh?
The fam one?
No,
Or your
that one's
birthday
like
one?
a I want to type shit, you know?
Okay.
No, the one I'm referring to is I need to go visit my girl Sarah, right? So
Ah.
I'm like, I feel mad guilty planning
Uh-huh.
this other one, and then I haven't even planned that. So like, and then at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna have to choose a trip and not get to go to another one. And neither are ones that I want to miss. So it's a struggle. That's been a struggle. I've been mentally figuring that one out.
That's fair. But if you go see Sarah at the same time we do ours, then the FOMO it gets minimized.
No.
No, okay.
And and to be fair, normally my FOMO is, oh, I want to be with those people. My FOMO is because I've been dying to go to both of these places for a
Yes.
very long time, like a
Yes.
very long time. So I'm like, what the fuck? And so I'm, but,
But
um,
chicken butt.
so yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
Knowing me, watch me end up taking all 3 trips, but
You're
um,
so funny, bro.
yeah,
I'm
listen,
really hoping Manny, I know he said he was a maybe, but I'm really hoping he can because while yes, you have been talking about it, Manny and I have actively been trying to go for
yeah,
like 2 years now.
yeah,
And so I'm like, I gotta go with my boy.
yeah. I also didn't expect a quick turnaround. I thought we had more time. Like I thought it was gonna be like, oh yeah, we'll like that was something that was gonna end up being planned in August, not something that was gonna end up being planned now. So
Yeah, yeah. But Noelle real excited for this one, so
yeah,
she's
well,
she's running
understandably
with it.
so.
Yes,
So
it's understandably for sure. That's why she's really excited, understandably so. So she's running with it.
yeah, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how that plays out.
Mhm.
I keep hoping. It was funny because I actually spoke with one of my dance friends that I
Mhm.
had not seen in a minute.
Mhm.
And so she was telling me because the dance team's going to one of the locations that are in the group, in the later half of the grouping that we're doing. Um,
Oh.
and so yeah, but the team always goes. Like that's like a yearly
Okay.
thing. And so she's like, "You're coming, right?" And I'm like, no." And she's like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no." I'm like, "I only do a few. Like I did the Virginia Beach one,
Mhm.
but no, I'm not." She's like, "No." And so she's like, "What can you be so busy with?" And I'm like, and it was funny. I'm like, funny enough, I think I might be there while y'all are there. But my focus is not dance team stuff. Like I'm gonna
Right.
be whatever.
Squad.
So yeah. So
Get
she
your
was like, "You're
food.
killing me here." And I was cracking up and I'm like, "Yeah, no." The reason why I had not gone with the team previously to this is because I want to actually explore. When I'm doing team stuff, I can't do shit. So
I
I
see.
like not shit, but like we're just busy doing
Yeah, course.
team things.
You
So
guys are there with a purpose.
yeah. Unpaid internship is what we called it last time. Yeah, that's essentially what it is. But yeah, so that's it. That's the only weekly catch up thingy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
let's
I hope you find a conclusion you were happy with.
the only conclusion that I will be happy with is attending everything.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. That is literally the only conclusion that will make me happy. So I either have to figure that one out.
You're funny. Yeah.
Yeah. But what's it called? Hopping onto our topic of the
Yes.
week. Um,
Yes, ma'am.
a whole 180, but we are talking about wearing uniforms, specifically in the school setting, right? Because yeah, there's many other places to wear uniforms, but I think we can just stick to school stuff.
Yeah, so like
Um,
elementary, middle, high school.
yeah. Uniforms versus wearing your own clothes and all that. Let's start off. Did you always wear a uniform? Did you never wear a uniform? What's your background?
Hmm. So mine, I actually, I didn't have uniform in the beginning years of school. I can't remember the exact time. I'm trying to remember what school I was in, so I can base it off of the grade.
Hmm.
But
It was in middle
I want
school.
to say like primary. I didn't have uniform. It's not so much that my primary school didn't do uniforms. It was just like the district wasn't mandating uniforms, and it just so happened that when I switched to middle school, things changed because my sisters
Yeah,
didn't have uniforms either. I don't think.
yeah.
But then at some point we switched to having uniforms, and I
I
want to say that
was,
was around middle school.
yeah, I was gonna say, we grew up in the era where uniforms were not required for public schools.
Yeah.
And so which was mind-boggling for me because I went to Catholic school all my life,
Mm.
so I
Mm-hmm.
always had to be in a uniform.
Of course.
But we had what we call dress down days or tag day.
Okay. What
Um,
was that look like?
Nothing. You you got to pay, which I'm like, at first I'm like, what the fuck? But at the same time, I understand, because schools are super underfunded. And so, they would charge you $1, and in the morning you would pay your dollar, and you can show like you would show up with your regular clothes, and it
Oh
was
my God, we had the same thing, but it was solely denim day.
okay.
You could wear jeans to school,
Could you
but
not wear
again,
jeans on the reg?
no. No,
Interesting.
and mind you, again, but this is now when uniforms are now mandated. And my uniform was a polo. I think it was called polo, right? The one with collars and shit with the school emblem.
Yes.
And then khakis. Okay, that was the school like for my whole city. Okay,
Okay.
but once uniforms became a thing, much like the same setup, you paid $1 and you were allowed to wear jeans, but that was on specific days. Like
Only jeans.
um, only yeah, it was literally called denim day, and you could only wear denim. Like you still had to wear the uniform shirt.
I would have not paid the dollar. I ain't gonna front with you. Actually, no. Let me shut the
Listen,
fuck up. My
listen, when
my ass. I'd love to dress up. I would have.
exactly, like any bit of chance to not wear uniform, it was taken. And like at that point, it was like $1. So while yes, $1 could get you things, like you had a spare dollar. So it's like, and
Yeah.
it wasn't too often either. I want to say it was like maybe once a semester or something.
Damn.
Not once a semester, once. Um,
A quarter.
yes, I think once a quarter.
That's so crazy. That's once every 3 months, bro.
Yeah, it was. They were very rare, very rare. They were not throwing denim day around.
Damn, bro. Nah, we had so we had tag day, and that was once a month,
Uh-huh.
and it was great. It was phenomenal. I was stunting on them hoes.
Okay.
And actually, we'll dive into that later. But right, so I loved it, and then I remember it was so I went, and I think I've said this before, but I went to a Catholic co-ed school from pre-K till sixth grade, and then
Okay.
seventh to throughout high school, I went to an all-girls school, and it was the same school, but they had a middle school and then a high school.
Okay.
So in the all-girls school, we had a principal that I don't know if homegirl just didn't give a fuck. She was
Yeah.
she was a nut. Oh, I joke. That's you know what? That's what I get for talking shit about the nuts.
What just
But
happened?
I wasn't gonna talk shit though. What I was gonna say was that she would give us like it'd be like it's raining. Okay, tag day, right? But we didn't like
Mm.
it wasn't we didn't have to pay. I think
Mm-hmm.
at one point, or it'd be like oh it's snowing tag day. Or if it was no rainy days or certain days we'll get a bunch of random ass tag days. Like something good would happen. Okay, tag day this day, right? And then
Okay.
for rainy, super not even super rainy, somewhat rainy or snowy days, you're off from school, bro. All the fucking time, bro. That principle lasted, I think, up until my only seventh and eighth grade. Now that I think about it, which
Mm-hmm.
honestly makes fucking sense, because she was letting us do whatever the fuck, bro. It was fun. It was great. Um, but yeah, so that's how it
That's a
was.
principal that cared.
Yeah, no, she was cool. Actually, no. Once we had the strict principal come in,
Yeah.
which was my freshman year, a lot of people didn't like her. She did so much good for the school. Like she was a good. I was also always a teacher's pet, so like we were cool. Um, but I think she was a phenomenal principal. Like Sister Lee's had it. She was killing that shit. Strict as she was, the school was prospering.
Oh,
Um,
interesting.
yeah, yeah.
There needs to
We
be there
never
needs to be a mid.
a nice
Oh,
middle.
yeah.
You
Where the
good?
kids aren't suffering. Did you not hear the plane that flew by?
I heard a noise. I didn't know it was
Yeah,
a
a plane just flew.
plane.
A plane just flew
A
by. That's it's like
plane.
it sounded like it was my fucking backyard.
It wasn't a helicopter.
You know what? With that close, it might have been. I hope it
Yeah, because
was.
I'm a little concerned. I know the area you live by. We shouldn't be having planes like that, and history has it that that's not always a good thing. So,
So then I'm gonna, because I didn't get to see it. We're gonna hope it was a helicopter
No.
with how loud I heard it. Cause yeah, no, I ain't. I'm not that close to an airport.
Okay. Not at all, actually.
Yeah,
But what's it called? Yeah, so uniform. So you said your uniforms was your polo and khakis.
khakis. Yes.
What kind of shoes?
Um, technically, you were allowed to wear. Um, well, this is the annoying part. First, it had to be closed-toed shoes and with that wrapped around your ankle, right?
True.
But then they would allow like open-toed as long as again you had like a strap on it around your ankle. So you could
Like a
wear like
pandana?
open-toed. Uh-huh.
Y'all
But
were
that
rocking
that
your khakis
wasn't
with
but wait, that
sandals?
wasn't until my very last year when I was a senior that they did like again like a whole um meeting on like the school rules and shit, and they went over uniform. And they're like, you can wear sandals, open-toed sandals, but you need to have a strap that goes around your ankle so that you're not tripping and falling, your shoe goes flying.
What
And
a
I'm like,
fucking
that's new. But
what?
they got mad loose with the rules by the time I was a senior because there were so many kids that were like pushing the boundaries of what the uniform was, which is really funny to watch as it progressed through like the 4 years. Because so like I said, right, it was a polo and khakis. And now the polo, you had the option of either gray or navy blue or white. Okay, and then it was just khakis, khaki, khaki, khaki. And they were supposed to be like actual khakis, not just the colored khaki, right?
Yeah.
But obviously, ain't no one gonna get, especially in my city that is like lower income, ain't no one gonna get like those pressed khakis, right? So they would
Yeah.
just get like simple plain pants, not jeans, but actual pants that were khaki, and then maybe some like brown hues, right?
Yeah.
And then that turned into, oh, you could also have navy blue khakis. Or are
Okay.
they are they still called khakis? Pants? Dress
Yeah,
pants?
yeah,
What the fuck
yeah,
are they called? Pants, right?
yeah.
And so the khaki veered into khaki-ish, brownish, and then the navy blue kind of blackish, real dark, right? Okay, but you can see how it veered into these two colors.
Yeah.
And then around my sophomore, junior year, green pants started showing up.
Green.
Green. So like the so you'd have khaki brown, greenish pants and still like navy blue, maybe really dark into black pants. Right? So then by the time my senior year came, and they did like a new presentation of the rules. That's where they added in you can have the open toed sandals, but it has to have a strap around your ankle so it doesn't go flying. And officially you could have khaki, navy blue, or I think they said
Green.
brown, but I think they included green in the pants as well. But still, it had to be pants. It couldn't be jeans or nothing, right? And the polo color stayed the same. People didn't really change up the polo colors like that.
Interesting. Well, yeah, no,
Hmm.
that would have not flied at all in my school. So, okay, so then jacket wise, can you wear any jackets? The reason why I'm
Um.
asking all this, by the way, is because I'm gonna dive into the private school
Okay.
system.
Interesting.
First of
No, I
all,
definitely want to hear about that. So um you couldn't wear any non-official um outerwear. So
so
you couldn't wear hoodies or sweaters that weren't part of the school store,
okay, okay.
right? Not even like, because you know how you get like your class sweaters?
Oh,
Those are not allowed
what do you mean? So then when the fuck are you wearing your class sweaters? Wait,
outside
what's
of
a
the
class
school.
sweater? Wait, hold on. What's a
Oh,
class sweater? Maybe I don't know.
you're graduating class, they make a design and they sell sweaters of them.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not appropriate.
That's your class sweater. So you pay for it and it'd be like the 2015 that I graduated in, my 2015.
Oh, yeah,
Those,
no,
because they're not part of uniform, you couldn't
they're
wear them.
not.
You weren't supposed to be allowed to, exactly. So you weren't allowed to wear them. You could wear like the windbreaker or the jacket that the school store sold. But I don't think they had. I think they had sweatshirts. I don't know. I don't think they had hoodies. So obviously hoodies were dead. If you're wearing
Oh,
a
like
hoodie, that
a
was a
crew
dead.
neck?
Yeah, like a crew neck. But hoodies, I don't think they sold hoodies, so I'm pretty sure that was like if you're walking around in a hoodie, that was a dead giveaway that you were not wearing uniform. And they
Right.
would they would just tell you like, hey, take it off, and after like multiple times, and they still like it was just because it's just one lady, Lady Machado, Mrs. Machado. She was a ball buster, I ain't gonna lie. She was on her shit, and she wasn't mean. right? She was just stern.
Okay.
And so she know who the repeat offender were, and so she told after a while like she'd send some if you like you see that some kids get sent down to like detention or some shit.
Yeah.
But again, that's after like multiple times of being told.
Interesting.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, I'm trying to think what else was uniform related. So you got the regular,
And
you got the shoes, and
nothing
then you
about
got the
hair.
outfit. Oh, how about nail polish? Actually, no. Let's go into the clothes first, and then we'll head back in that route.
Okay, that's interesting because no, I can't remember a single comment about nail polish.
Okay,
Um,
great.
and then
So
I think yeah,
for
that was it.
for us, I'll
Mhm.
go into elementary school because elementary school we were dirt poor. So I had my single uniforms. The uniform when I was quite small was from pre-K up until I believe fifth grade. We
Okay.
had a jumper, which was a little dress that was plaid, and our colors of our school was red and navy, with dashes of
Okay.
white. I was very cute, very very cute actually. And so you had to have a collared pressed shirt, so like a very nice fancy white shirt
Ah,
underneath, and then later on they added the white polos. Um, and then you had
wait,
to
what's the
wear
difference between a polo and a collared shirt?
the college shirt was like a dress shirt, like that kind of linen, like that, not linen,
Like
like
you
a
wear with
think,
like a suit jacket?
yes, a suit shirt, but for
That's a
kids.
collared shirt.
Yes. And we
And
had a long sleeve. Well, they were both collared, but better said, they were like there was the that's why I said there was like a pressed dress shirt and
uh-huh.
then the collared polos.
Okay, okay.
Um,
So my school was collared polo. I got it right.
yeah. So you had a long sleeve and you had a short sleeve. So that's at the top, right? So you had your shirt and then you had your dress. Once you got to middle school, you had a skirt, that was down to your knees.
Right.
And then you had to wear either uh stockings, but not like pantyhose stockings, like the fabricy ones. Navy blue or navy blue knee highs, and we had specific shoes we had to get, but my mom would go to Payless and get similar ones at a cheaper price, right? That was the fit, bro. Um it was, I mean, looking back, I sound like a fucking nerd, but that shit was cute as fuck, ho.
Uh-huh.
My parents, so again, they couldn't afford shit.
Mhm.
So, a lot of my cousins had gone to the school, but all my cousins were guy cousins. So
Mm.
oh, and then we had a sweater, right? Because your kids gonna get cold. You could wear whatever coat, but you had a sweater that was like a knit sweater and it was bright red and it had the school logo, like the logo. And all of
Yeah.
this had to be purchased at a school uniform store. That was
Okay.
fucking expensive, bro. That shit
Yeah.
was expensive. So what my mom did was, because we had all my cousin stuff for cousins that had graduated or old things, she would cut out the logo and
Mhm.
then sew it on to other kind of like off-brand
Mm.
sweaters and stuff, right?
So,
She bought me a set, but then she would go and do that. So because again, I'm wearing this every day.
yeah,
Yeah. So that for important events that the school was having, I would wear the legit shit.
official set. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. And then for regular days, I had my off-brand shit. Um,
Love that.
yeah, so that was elementary school, middle school, right? And again, everything was like red, blue, and white. And so for the I don't really care for the boys, so we don't gotta go into that. And so then once I switched to Mary Help had more. It had so much more. But actually, I don't remember that with my elementary school because again, I only was there until yeah. So then after you got to middle school, you didn't have to wear the skirt or a dress. You can wear navy blue khaki pants, whatever, and you
Mhm.
had the white polo.
Okay.
And so I was rocking them white polos and navy blue pants all the time. Oh, and we had shorts too. For the summer, we had shorts.
Mhm.
But I look like a fucking nerd. I think I have a picture for when I was 8. I'll see if I can pull it up for you. But I have my
Yeah.
white polo, and then I have my knee high shorts, my jorts. Yeah. Um,
Shorts.
and so with my knee high white socks, because in the summer you had to wear white socks, and my black shoes.
Wait, you
Um,
had to wear white like normal socks?
Knee high socks. Yeah.
Knee-high socks. Okay, I was like, how the fuck do you check in socks? But okay.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
pretty sure
because
yeah,
if you're
my
wearing
school
shorts
allowed
or
to.
skirts, your legs are out, so that's how they would stay.
I see. Fair. Yeah, my school also allowed the skirts and shorts, but I'm pretty sure I can't remember if there were season limitations or year round. I can't remember that part.
No, yeah, we definitely did.
But they
Um,
had to hit
fun,
the knees as well.
um, Funny enough, too. Once I got to like fifth or sixth grade, I was still nerdy, but I started hanging out with some cool girls, and they would roll up their skirts, right? Because we have knee high socks. I mean, knee length skirts to knee high socks. You ain't seeing nothing down there. You looking like a fucking nun. But we trying to talk to these
As
boys,
the
right?
point. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And so again, not only are we trying to talk to these boys, but um I wasn't really part of the cool club, but I was helping them do their homework, so therefore I needed to also look the part sometimes,
Oh
even
my
though none of
gosh.
those boys were looking at me because they knew
Oh
damn well what
my
these girls
gosh.
were doing. And so I remember that they showed me how to roll up my skirt, and because my mom never like sewed it to so that it can like do that, it would bunch up and just make me look chunky up top because I pulled
Oh.
up. So it was so unflattering. um yeah, it was real bad. Um, but either way, I thought I was killing that shit, bro. And so
A
yeah, that
show.
was that on that. That was middle school. So then once I switched over to Mary Help, we had white polo. So the colors for Mary Help were navy and gray.
Okay.
Um, and so we had our skirt was gray. We had two styles of skirts. One was pleated, one was just kind of regular. My mom liked the pleated one, but that was more expensive. So I was only reserved for mass and like different events that I like awards and honor stuff that I had to go to. My mom hated the sock and skirt thing, so I always had to wear them stockings. I fucking hated that shit was hot. And then it would roll down. Oh, and the school had only one pair of shoes, and they were the ugliest shoes in the fucking world, bro. Like I don't even know how to describe them. They were like,
Was it like those like
think
loafer
of
type?
think of Mario. You know how they just have a black shoe.
I
Hold
don't
on, let
know.
me see if I can look it up. Black school shoes. Boom.
Boom.
Ooh, oh, I'm triggered. Okay, I'm gonna take a screenshot and say, "Oh my god, that brought me back. I fucking hated those shoes. I was like, what are we doing?" I'm sending it to you. For the audience, right? If you want to gauge why I'm having such a visceral reaction, literally just Google black school shoes, and that first Oxford shoe that comes up, I sent it to you, babe. Is what I was rocking, bro. Yeah, I sent it to you via.
Oh, those lace ups.
Oh,
Okay.
bro.
Oh, you little loser.
Yeah, fuck you, bro. And so I was wrong. So it was that. And then we had the nice dress shirt too.
Hmm.
And then I'm trying to think what. Oh, and so when it came to hoodies and stuff, we had a lot of options. They had
Okay.
a lot of hoodies. We had a fleece. We had a nice sweater that had to be used for special events, like a knit sweater.
Hmm.
And what was dope about that is that when you were in the National Honor Society, your name got engraved in it. So
Ooh.
yeah, no, I loved it. And because I was also very fucking nerdy, I had my shit engraved, and it was great. So that was and so but we did have school hoodies. Like it just said our mascot. We had like two different ones. And we were allowed to wear all that. We also had gray khaki like pants. And we can wear that. So I was very much raw. Every now and then I wear the skirt, but really the majority of the time, at least a good chunk of the school year, I was in my navy blue pants, my
Hmm.
fleece and or hoodie. glasses and I looked butch as hell. Because again, it was all girls, so I'm like, fuck it, I don't need to like try here, fam.
Right.
But dress down day, ooh, she was coming in fabulous. A chunky fab, but fabulous. She was walking that shit. Okay, she was killing it. That's when girly me would come out. Um, but yeah, and then what was cool was around Christmas they sold Christmas hoodies that said Jesus is the reason or Jesus is the reason for the season or like not stupid shit but other stuff like that. We had a red one and we had a green one. So if you
Okay.
bought one, you can wear that hoodie around Christmas time. So freshman year I did buy them and so then it was dope because then it would give a rest to my other uniform stuff and
Uh-huh.
and I would rock those. So
Interesting.
I really didn't mind. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, and I had mentioned the nail polish stuff. Yeah, we can only wear
Yes.
pastels.
But
Um,
like any color pastel?
yeah, no black, no red because that's devil colors.
Jesus.
Yeah, legit. And so yeah, that was hair. I mean, they weren't super strict, but definitely we had to make sure that our hair was nice and kept. Don't be coming in here with like
Mm.
crazy ass hair. But it wasn't. I mean, I don't know. Maybe my black friends could talk more on that, but I don't
Ah.
really think they kind of like said anything towards the girls that had curly hair, like that they had to keep it a certain way. But
Mhm.
again, I don't know because I didn't have that experience. So, and I do know that the school had some crazy shit sometimes. So maybe they did, right? So I really can't speak too much on that part. But for the most part, I was, it was cool. It was chilling. It made life
Okay.
easy. You know, there's so much
Mhm.
combinations you could do with your freaking uniform. You
Yeah.
know,
You know what's interesting and what I actually appreciated my school did. I'm going to switch because I'm hearing construction. Um.
do hear it now.
That again, so they had the color polos was necessary, and it did have to have the emblem. But what my school did is, if you couldn't afford to get like the official shirt from the stores or like the other clothing, because there's like so the school had a store, but then there was also one store that sold uniforms for any of the neighboring schools.
Okay.
Kind of cheaper, but still kind of expensive. You could just get the school sold patches of the emblem for like $5, I think.
Oh, and then sew it on.
Yeah, so like as
That's so
long as
nice.
it's a polo that matches the color and you stitch on the emblem, you're fine.
Yeah, technically the school that I was going to, you obviously had students from being that it was Catholic, you had students from different towns.
Yeah.
So they didn't really pay attention to your income. You just had to
Uh,
pay. But the majority of either way, the majority of the students that were there were because their parents could afford to put them there. So therefore, if
right.
you can afford that, you can afford a uniform. Versus with my parents, my ass was on a sponsorship. So we were
Right.
struggling. Like we were lucky that or my parents were it was like, oh my goodness, thank goodness that you have scholarships and shit because if not we can barely afford. It was crazy.
Mhm.
I very much appreciate the fact that my parents did all that sacrifice um to put me in there. But yeah, it was an arm and a leg. I remember though those the that was oof, it was expensive. It was
Mm.
expensive. Also, I didn't know. There's a little side tangent. Speaking of expensive shit, school shit. I don't know if you had summer reading, like books you had to read.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So we had summer
I
reading
loved
too.
it.
Yeah. Me too. Me too.
Yo, it
Only
would
thing
it
is,
would give me a reason to not go outside and play and be inside reading.
I loved it, but I also did not love it because, um, we or my immigrant parents did not realize that we had a public library. Um.
Oh no.
Oh yes, bitch. So
Don't
therefore,
tell me they were
we
buying you them books.
at Barnes and Noble Ho because
No, that's
we didn't
money.
know,
And ain't
bro.
it, isn't it like at least 5 books? How long was your summer reading?
Yeah, it was usually like 5 books or so.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
fuck. Wait,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Are you, your parents didn't know about libraries or that your town
No.
had one?
No, we didn't know we had one. Well, they didn't know the concept of like, oh, you can go and borrow a librarian type shit. Because again, in their countries, they didn't do any of that. Because in school, you just
Oh,
learn, and that's it. So then they come here as adults and they're just working and whatever. So then they have a kid. And I don't know. I don't know if they just never asked my aunts and uncles or what
yeah,
my
I was
aunts
gonna
and
say, what about
uncles
the other
did.
kids? Uh-huh.
I don't know. I don't know. My parents, I don't know what well, but he was
Damn.
also clueless as fuck, right? So maybe he probably
Yes.
didn't know what the fuck was going on when my sister was growing up. Um with her mom
Damn.
and stuff. He just, so
And
yeah.
mind you, some of them books sucked.
Yeah. Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Like
um
to purchase and be like, ugh,
yeah.
when you permanently own this book, goddamn.
Yeah, 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 yeah. We donated many a books. Where? Don't ask me where, but we donated them. But yeah, no, there's so many books. At most, what we would also like, if no, no, actually, yeah, some
Mm,
upperclassmen that I
mm-hmm.
knew would like be like, oh, I have this book, like I'm not gonna use it, you can have it, and so then they would
Okay.
give it to me, and
There,
some of
you
them
say
were real
some.
smart. I mean, yeah, I guess they were real smart. I was gonna say some of them were real smart, and they sold it to me at a cheaper price, cheaper than
Mm-hmm.
what it would have costed me, but still
Of
sold it to me.
course.
Which now looking back, I'm like, I mean, I see what you do in there, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm poor too. Like, what do you? But I get it. I get it. I get it. Yeah, but no, uniform wise, I'll be honest. As much as I think the only part that I didn't like was the financial burden that it was to my parents, even though they didn't see it as a burden. Like my mom
Okay.
says that she was super excited to see me in my little uniform and all that shit. But at the end of the day, they had to do a lot of sacrifices. That's like the part that I don't like.
Okay.
Um, how
But I
as
feel like there's like a claim to both sides, right? Because on one end, you have to pay for this uniform, right? When
mhm,
you have a regular clothes. At the same time, it like if you don't come from a wealthy background and maybe you have like hand-me-downs or not top quality or not even brand things, like your child is gonna look so different from the families that do
mhm,
have the money to dress nicely.
mhm,
And then
mhm.
now you're signing your not that you're signing your kid up for bullying, right? But it definitely
It's gonna affect, yeah.
it's gonna incentivize kids to pick on them for that.
Yes, yes.
Versus
And honestly,
uniforms even the playing field. At
yeah,
least help too.
and I was gonna add that because I remember that I felt while I did like my outfits going to tag day or dress down days, I
Mhm.
did feel the difference of, oh, I'm buying baby fat, Rockaware, all this
Mhm.
that is sold at more lower income stores versus these girls were rocking brands I don't even know, bro. You know?
Mm.
And
Mhm.
so I did like the uniform aspect to it because I feel that kids growing up, we also grew up in, I mean, bullying always has existed.
Yes.
But I feel like it was so, I don't know, I don't want to say it was worse when we were kids, but it was pretty bad. And so it eliminated another reason to get bothered, like to get
Yeah.
bullied. So I didn't mind it. Kids still paid attention because I remember little girls paying attention to the fact that my sweater was not like their sweater. And then they would point it out, and I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Mm.
My mom's gonna get in trouble, you bitch. Like, it was bad. I found out that apparently I was a kid that used to hit every now and then, but according to them, the reason why I was hitting is because people would bother me, and these bitches would try and talk shit, and boom, slapped. Oh, I guess you ain't saying nothing, huh? Yeah, that was little me though. Like I think once I got past the age of 8, I was chilling.
Okay.
But yeah, yeah, yeah. Because kids are mean, bro. Kids
It's
are
are.
mean. But the how did you feel going from having a uniform or not having a uniform to then having a uniform?
I'm trying to remember because I was still like too young enough to care about like what clothing is,
Yeah,
right? On one end, I didn't like it because I didn't like the uniform in general, right? Like I'm like these are ugly khakis. I knew that much as a kid,
yeah,
right?
they were.
But on the other, like I'm trying to remember if my mom laid out my clothes for me or not, or sometimes she'd have me pick them. And
Yeah,
now I'm like, I don't gotta think about it. No
yeah,
stress.
yeah. Yep, that definitely made it easier for
Yeah,
parents.
but
It's like,
I do remember stressing. I'm like, I can't dirty these
yeah,
because for the most part we had uh two uniforms that mom got us, right? So I was like, I can't dirty this because these need to last me the whole fucking year.
yeah. Not only that, but they like I don't know how often y'all were able to do laundry, but
Yeah.
for a long time we used to be able to do laundry in our home, but then my family sucks, and so we weren't allowed to do laundry anymore in our home, so we had to go to
Mm.
laundromats.
Mhm.
And but we were going to laundromats once a month because that was expensive and we couldn't go all the time. So
Mm.
sometimes I had to hand wash my shirt.
Mhm.
Um, because well, and then hormones be hitting, so you can't
Yeah.
be thinking it up, but you also got to wear
Yep.
the same shit all day.
Yep.
So yep, it was
Yeah. Thankfully,
a,
we did laundry once a week.
oh
And mind you,
nice,
there was like four
yeah,
girls growing up, and like obviously we're fucking a mess. So,
yeah,
laundry piled up fast.
yeah.
So thankfully once a week we could be able to do it. But still, five whole days of like don't oh my god. I remember one time I would dirty it on a Monday, and I'm like, fuck, I only have my
Oh,
second one now.
yeah, yeah, I remember that. I remember that. And then doesn't help that the freaking nuns were pretty good at cooking. So sometimes they make spaghetti and sauce. Oh man, with that
Word.
white shirt. Ooh, ooh.
Yeah, no, it was for that reason. Mom only ever got us. We only ever wore the khakis when we were little, and it wasn't until like high school that she bought us the gray shirts. I mean, not
Yeah.
the khakis, the navy blue, the dark ones. Yeah, we had
Oh,
those when we were little, and then we got into like high school. Did she get us the grays? Cause I like these. I was like, Mommy, I'm so hot in this dark color, please.
nah,
And
your
she's
mom
like,
was big
No, you're
braining
not.
it
You don't
though.
notice the stains in that right now.
Your mom was big braining it. No, we
Yeah.
only had white, so we had no choice. I was out here
Goddamn.
walking. Yeah, no, and what was funny too is I was granted I understand my mom's take, but at the same time I'm like, fam, my mom, right? Because I'd eat or I'd be sloppy, I'd be in art class, I'd be like, fuck, this shirt's fucked, right? But at the same time I'm like, well, fuck it, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like this, I feel like the teachers would understand. You're a kid, it's bound to happen. Bro, I would come home and my mom would shame me so much. She'd be like, "Oh my goodness, you gotta be careful.
Mhm.
How are you walking around? That's a disrespect to your teachers." And I'm like, "My teachers
Damn.
don't give a fuck, dude." And she's like, "Oh, I wouldn't say all that, but I'd be like, Mommy,
Yeah.
like, don't care." And she's like, "Yes, they do." She's like, "You're like it," and I understand. I really do understand now as an
Mhm.
adult. As a kid, I also just took it. Like I wasn't really fighting her on those
Mhm.
things. But her thing was like, you don't know the privilege. Like you don't know how lucky. Well, definitely a privilege, but you don't know how lucky you are to be there. So we cannot give them any reason for them to be like, oh,
Mm.
look at this little low income kid.
Mhm.
Like you gotta look your best. You gotta be the best. It was like a whole thing. But yeah, very, very much hard. I will say, or you, I guess we both can talk on it. But what was your experience, switching from wearing a uniform all the time, and then once we went to college and no longer, um, now you have to dress yourself because you're an adult.
Okay. I ain't gonna lie to you, Chief. I did not give a flying fuck, right? Because first of all, college is stressful, right? And I'm like, I am putting on whatever the fuck I can put on,
Yeah,
to make it to class. Mind you, I dormed.
yeah, that made it a lot easier.
Although, yeah, in the junior and senior years, I was a little bit further from campus, but still not that bad. But I'm like, my focus, my only priority is fucking go to get a class, get my and focus on my shit. And I'm like, eh, if someone's gonna rag me for what the fuck I'm wearing, they can fucking pay for my tuition then, and I'll fucking spend money on clothing.
Yeah,
But I didn't give it two minds because mind you, there's like people from all kinds of backgrounds, and who the fuck at this big age is gonna criticize me for what I'm wearing? I'm dressed, aren't I?
yeah, yeah.
Was
I
that a
would say
concern for you?
not a concern in the sense of like, oh, how are people gonna look at me? I was just excited that I could wear clothes.
Ah, I
But then
see.
I very quickly realized, or I don't know if it
Uh-huh.
was my mom's take, but apparently I did not have a sense of style. Like it was, I was mix and matching shit. Cause my mom, all the time that I'd be like, okay, mommy, I'm going. She's like, what the fuck are you wearing? And I'm like,
Word. Well, mind you, I mean, it was years of you wouldn't really have to pick out your outfit, so that kind of makes sense.
yeah, 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 yeah. Or my mama was the one picking my outfits. Oh,
Mhm.
well, I'll go back to what I was gonna say that I just remembered. But anyway, I will say though, I adopted a uniform in itself, meaning I had a standard type of outfit that I always wore to school, and that was my
Okay.
outfit, and I was rocking it, and that was it. And that for me in college was very much leggings and a t-shirt and sneakers. That I don't
But
know if
that
you remember.
was also like the trending outfit at the time.
But it was easy. I was like, I just had a
Yeah.
bunch, and I had a bunch of leggings because when I did dance in high school,
Yeah.
we also had a uniform in the sense of not a uniform, we had to wear specific stuff, but we specific like clothing bought from the school. No, no, no. It was just you had to wear all black all the
Mm.
time. And so I had so many black leggings
Mm.
from all the years of dance. So
Mhm.
all of Stevens, I was rocking my high school black leggings. If I wanted to get a little cutesy, I would diverge it. Certain days I would dress up a little more. And then I think that in college was that I started figuring out my what like clothing that I liked and styles that I liked a bit more. But it was very exciting. I remember because for me it was literally like not even a month later because I was wearing uniforms the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, one cool thing, side tangent. When I was in senior year, the last week of senior week or whatever, we were allowed to wear whatever. It had to still fit, school standards, and you couldn't be
Mhm.
crazy, or, with your tetas out and shit. But
Mhm.
it was we were allowed to wear whatever, and I was that was very exciting for me. But it was literally going from all the time, all my life, all uniform, and then we
Mhm.
were doing step, which was in starting I think end of June, where on
Mhm.
autumn I'm like, fuck, I'm meeting all these people and I have to dress. So and then also where I'm staying on my own because at least when I was in college, I can go and reference my mama, right? Nope. Step we were Monday to Friday in at the dorms. And so I had to figure out how to dress myself and I feel like it was fine, but oof, the panique, bro. Doesn't help too that at the time my roommate was the only person I could really ask. I didn't really
uh,
like her. She didn't really like me, but she was helpful barely. But
mind
like,
you, I was next door.
yeah, but maybe we weren't close like
We
that.
weren't.
Yeah.
That's why I'm
What
laughing.
am I supposed to go all naked? No,
Yeah.
I was very happy having to change in front of another girl. Mind you, and the part that's so dumb to me is like I went to an all-girls school, so you'd think I would have been fine. No, I'm like, I know these girls since freshman year, so they know my bits. And so I used to change in the bathroom. Like it was so bad. Anxiety. Um mind you, yeah, anyway, so that was so scary for me. I was like,
Mhm.
what the hell am I gonna do here, fam? But then I got
Mhm.
over it. It was or not got over it, but like I was again, like you said, I was more focused in school, I was more focused on other stuff, so it was whatever. One thing that I was gonna say that it kind of goes into like the whole uh what's this shit called, the bullying or like feeling the difference. I to this day remember it wasn't really a bully. Bendito, this girl was helping, I think, or she was trying to help, right?
Okay.
A lot of the kids or classmates that I had in elementary school had normal aged parents, right? Meaning
Right.
parents in their 30s, maybe like 20s or 30s. My
Yeah.
parentals were in their 40s. Okay. And they were also, my mom was very much a helicopter mom.
Yeah.
So when I would in element, like I think, a good chunk of my tag days, my mom was the one picking my outfits. She would also get my input, right? It wasn't like she was like, this is what you're wearing and that's that.
Uh-huh.
Um, kind of make sure that I was still being expressive in whatever the fuck. I remember, but the way my mom would dress me, if I wore pants or if I wore a skirt, my shirt was in, my pants or skirt were open, and then I had a belt, and that shit was nice
Oh,
and tight. I
that
was still
90s look was crisp.
okay. And then whatever, she'd put bows in my hair and shit. That was all fine. I didn't think twice of it. That's how my mom addressed me all my life. So I'm out here with my tucked in shirt and it was great. It was cool. I was happy.
Uh-huh.
Um, and I remember I don't know if it was in the beginning of the day or it was after lunch, but there was 3 points in the day that we would have announcements, we would pray, and it was only in the morning that we had the Pledge of Allegiance. So we, it was morning, after lunch, and then at the end of the school. So I think it had to be under after lunch or something. But we're standing there praying or some shit, and there was this
Or some
girl.
shit.
Yeah, I don't remember, but we were preaching something. Um, we're standing there, and I remember this girl. I don't remember where she was from, but I know she was Hispanic because when I was in elementary school, there was a lot of Hispanics.
Okay.
Um, Melanie, she comes up to me and then she untucks my shirt and puts it over my thing. And she's like, "You're gonna thank me," and walks away, right? So then I was like, wait, what? And so I didn't, in my head, because of course I'm a fucking doofus, I'm like,
Don't tell me put it back.
no. I was like, I don't know how to put it back. Like, not, I don't know how to put it back, but I don't know how to put it back like my mom put it back, right? Granted, I was using the bathroom machine,
Yo,
so
yo,
it,
little you was all broads, no brain.
listen, I was book smart. I wasn't street smart, okay? Because I was a really good student almost all my life. Um, but I was, mind you, again, I was using the bathroom and shit, so it's not like I didn't know how to tuck it. But in that moment, I'm like, I don't know how to retuck it, and I'm like, so fuck it, we're gonna leave it like that. And I remember that I get home and my mom's like, "What happened to your shirt?" And so I tell her, and she did not get mad. She did
Uh-huh.
not she didn't make a face or anything. But she
Uh-huh.
told me, which way do you like more? And I
Uh-huh.
told her, I'm like, oh, I like the untucked, but only because you can't see my belly, right? Because I was tucked,
Oh.
I was muffin topping the you know? And so I think I was 8, bro. Yeah, it had to be second
Oh
grade.
my, 8 and worrying about the muffin top.
Yeah,
Stop.
yeah, yeah. And so my mom was like, okay. She's like, we can keep it like that if you want. And so we've talked about it now, like years later. And she
Yeah.
said that she felt bad because in her eyes, she's like, oh, es mi niñita linda. I'm dressing her up.
Yeah.
But she realized in that moment, she's like, huh, maybe that's not that's not what looks cool to kids and
Uh-huh.
whatever. And so she felt bad that I went through that. But I never remember feeling ashamed. I just became aware, right? I was like,
Right.
oh, I then became aware of how when I'm dressed up, how other people are perceiving it. Um,
Okay.
that was like a little, yeah, that was like a
You
little,
know what you
oh,
just reminded me of?
what?
So it was, yeah, this was still elementary school. Um, and so sometimes mom would be in the morning helping us get ready. And this is
Mhm.
one of those times where she would like do my hair, and she did my hair, and she did like a low pony, right?
Oh, okay.
And
I know the look. I
she
know the
she put like 2 clips on each side.
look.
And she goes, "Oh my god, you look so cute." And I'm like, "My mommy thinks I'm cute. Great." And then I go to class, and the girls are like, "Why do you have your hair like?" And I'm like, "Well, my mom says it
Yo.
looks nice." Mind you, a slick back low pony, right? And so my hair was long, so I didn't have bangs or nothing to style my actual face. So
Yeah.
just picture again, like a really pulled back hair and
I
just
know.
the two
Yep.
braids on the side.
Yep. I can picture it because I also had like I had somewhat wavy hair, but I had long hair, no
Yeah,
layers. So
yeah,
and all my ponytails were low slick backs. I don't know why.
yeah,
I look like a nun. I get it. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
I'm
that's
like, but
so
my mom said I
funny.
look nice, and like you don't, and I'm like, oh well. Like part of me felt bad, but like part of me cared more about my mommy, so I'm like, I'm gonna listen to what she says.
Oh, okay, that's good. No. I was easily influenced. I was a people pleaser. I was like, oh, okay. I remember Bendito my mom, right? So, like I mentioned, you reminded me something hair wise that uh like I mentioned, my school, it was a lot of Latinas. We also
Uh
had
huh.
a lot of black kids, right? So
Okay.
very few white, very few Asian.
Okay.
So with curlier hair, it's easier to do like little space buns,
Yeah.
right? Like they look cute and fluffy and shit. So I went to school with these girls that had these cute little space buns. Again, their moms were younger, so they were doing all these intricate like hairstyles. The most intricate my hair would be a ponytail, high pony,
Mhm.
braided, and a bow on it. You
Oh.
know, yeah. My mom, yeah. That's
Like
about it.
chic.
Very chic. And so I see all these girls with their space buns, and so for people that don't know space buns, you kind of just do. Oh, I also did pigtails. We did pigtails a lot when I was growing up. But anyway, you part your hair down the middle all the way down, and
Mhm.
then the two hairs you put it into two ponytails, but then you put your hair in a bun on each side, and you have little buns, right? Cool.
Yeah.
For anyone that doesn't know, and if
Yeah.
you
So
live on,
just two buns instead of two pigtails
yeah.
up on top of your
And
head, not
so
not down.
yeah. So I had long hair, and when I was pre puberty, I had pretty straight to wavy hair. I didn't really my hair wasn't the curls y'all see now.
Oh.
Yeah. Hormones did something to it, and
Mhm.
so I tell my mom, like I go back and I'm like, "Mommy, I think I was fifth grade." And I'm like, mommy, las morenas have like their space buns. And I didn't call them space buns, but like their monitos. And I want that. Right. And so she's like, I don't know. Like she couldn't picture it, but I described it to her. And I'm like, mommy, please. And so she's like, all right, fine. We'll figure it out.
Mhm.
So this lady goes ahead and tries to do the space buns. But I had so much hair that it wasn't necessarily a bun. It was
Mhm.
like a long,
Loop.
I don't,
Was it like a loop?
it wasn't a loop, bro, because it was a bun, but because it doesn't just all go into una bolita, it was becoming into a log, right? So, but she's like, this is what my daughter wants. And so she continues doing it, tries to pin it down as much as she can. Because also, my dad was very big on like, you have to leave her hair as natural as possible. No gel, no hairspray, no nothing.
What?
So my dad was weird. And so I always say I would have been an unvaxxed child had my father existed nowadays.
I see.
Yeah. So anyway, so I literally, I guess in Princess Diaries when she's getting married and he's like, voila, and she's like, I look like a moose. Okay, that's what it was kind of giving. It was a very cute moose. Yeah, no, but it was it was pretty bad.
Mhm.
But I didn't see it like that because my mama made me my buns. And I was happy because I had my buns. She was happy. We're
Mhm.
all happy before I left the school. Bro,
I
I
love
get to
that.
fucking school.
Yeah.
And one of the girls was like, what did you do to your hair? And I was like,
Oh.
they're buns. I'm like you guys, not me trying to fit in. And
Oh.
they're like, no, look at our buns. And mind you, I had not had a chance to look at myself yet. Okay.
Oh,
Because,
okay. So you
like,
thought Mama Dukes nailed it.
yeah, I was like, Mama killed that shit because Mama kills all this shit. Like, she should be doing
Word.
her thing. And so she's like, yeah, when we go to the bathroom, I'm gonna point it out. So we go to the bathroom, and again, I was very much the type of kid like I wasn't really looking at myself like that. So I'd go use the bathroom, wash my hands, and then go outside because I want to
Uh-huh.
go and chat with my friends, right? I wasn't really paying
Mhm.
attention. So the girl goes and so she had the space buns that day too. And so she's like, you see, mine are cute little falls. Like yours is long. That's not how it's supposed to be. And so then I looked at myself and I looked like a damn fool, fam. I felt like a fool. I looked like a fool because it was just two logs. Like it was again, it was long, Bonnie. I'm gonna try and see if I can like that photo's buried somewhere, but I'm gonna and anyway, I was upset. I was so upset. I thought I was killing it. I come to find out I look stupid. And so I'm like, God damn it, mother. I'm like, how dare you? I take the bus, I get home. My mom picks me up all excited. Oh my God, how was your day? Did your friends
Uh-huh.
like your buns? And she said that I looked pissed.
Oh.
And so she was like, what's wrong? So I explain to her, right? I tell her, like, Mommy, mira lo que pasó. My buns are stupid. Blah, 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 blah. And she's like, Alina. And I'm like, no, I don't. And so she has a picture where
Yeah.
I came home and I'm standing where she has like her sewing stuff. And I look so done, bro. Like I look so
Okay.
upset and I have my stupid logs on the side of my head. And to this day, I see that photo and I crack up because, and so I told my mom, I'm like, Mommy, didn't you think when you saw me that I looked dumb? She's like, you look kind of dumb, but you wanted the buzz. She's like, you wanted the buzz. You wouldn't take no for an answer. And I'm like, you were the adult.
Margarita set you up.
And I'm like, you were the adult. And not only were you the adult, but you could have easily, I don't know, we had mirrors, fam. And she was like, I don't know, Hijita, you really wanted it. And so and I was upset, bro. I was upset. I was so
Uh-huh.
mad because I looked stupid. And it was bad. It was bad. Yeah. But I got my face on. And so now,
You did not.
yeah. And and I get triggered every now and then. I guess maybe it did stay with me because every now and then I'll do like little different hairstyles, right? Now with my
Yeah.
hair. And so I'll try if I use all of my hair, I have to pin so much of it down for it to look like a ball because if not, I
Uh,
am recreating that look of the fucking
and you
horn.
refuse to.
No. What would you say if I walked over looking like a moose? Yeah. But it was good. It was good.
Like a
I'll
cute
say
moose.
but it was all in all like kind of getting back because we diverged with hair and shit, but like the uniform stuff, I didn't mind it. I think it was
Uh-huh.
fine. I think I understand the whole idea of like individuality and all that, but
Uh-huh.
with kids, there's other moments that you can still do that, right? Like it's I understand that they're in school the majority of the time, but there's other places, there's other moments that they can still show that. And but when you're going and trying to learn and doing all the school shit, I think it's fine to have a uniform. Like
I think
personally,
so too.
yeah, yeah. You're like I said, kids unintentionally or intentionally are gonna be mean. And then you're gonna have a little kid that's gonna remember the time that someone untucked their shirt because they look like fucking Urkel, you know? And so, but I also
That's
feel though
crazy.
in those little moments that are still gonna happen anyway, they are moments that help you grow, right? Like it's
Yeah.
they help
You know
you.
what? Thankfully, I got bullied for being too white, not for my uniform.
Ah, really? Damn! What you were surrounded by a bunch of
Yeah, you guys. I don't know if you guys think I'm exaggerating when I say I was never around white people growing up. I meant it.
damn. See, I was bullied for being brown.
Stevens is quite literally my first time experiencing white people to the point
Yeah,
where I was bullied for being too white.
that's so funny. No, that's the wow. Yeah, no, that was not the experience for me. Like elementary school was fine because everyone was, we had a bunch of mixed people.
Hmm.
High school was where I felt it. Like, oh yeah, the fact that I was brown was immediately
Mm.
a conversation point. Like it
Hmm.
was, and especially too that I was from the town that I'm from.
Hmm.
Um, definitely. I mean, bro, you saw what was it? We were in the Bahamas, and this lady that we were on a tour
Oh
with.
yeah.
She immediately when when we were in the tour, they're asking, "Oh, where you guys from?" And I just said our air, like I said our state, and then they asked what area, and so I just said my general area. And so the lady gets all excited because she grew up in a town over. And so she goes, "Oh, I grew up here." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool, nice." And so then in later conversation, she goes, "Oh, so did you go to school and blah blah?" And not did you go to school, but like what area? And so I specified, "Oh no, I went to Catholic school my whole life, so I didn't really go to school in my area." And she goes, "Oh, thank goodness." I was like, "What the
Yeah.
fuck?" I was like, don't make me go. I'm not gonna say the word, but well, actually, I'll say it and I'll just leave it. Don't make me go down on your ass because I may have not been raised in the streets, but I'm still from there, ho. But yeah, no, that was very much the experience all throughout high school.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 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 and then yeah, that's about it. So I think the uniform. I think adding, if I like you said, there's people that are coming from different incomes and different backgrounds
Mm-hmm.
that the bullying or people would have bothered us much more, or at least bothered me. I could say us because you also part of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Um bothered me so much more. And I don't, not that I don't think I would have been able to like resist it, but it would have been very rough. I don't want to add to the thing.
Yeah.
Do you
This
have
was a
any
this
go
was a
ahead.
funny talk.
It was. I think it's funny because again we're able to look back to those moments in a funny way.
Yeah.
Um but yeah, I'm glad. Do you have any closing thoughts on uniformes?
Nah, I'm overall, while they can have downsides, overall for them.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I think they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Little kids don't shouldn't have to worry
Yeah, no,
about.
we need to be honest to how shitty kids can be.
Yes, 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 yes. Which granted, that also does come a lot of how your upbringing. Because there's a lot
Yeah.
of little douchebags, and the
Yeah.
reason why they're douchebags is because their parents are douchebags.
Yes.
But
And
yeah,
while
no,
you can trust your kid isn't one, you can't trust other kids aren't.
yes, yes, yes. So I think also, like you said, it's doing more better than harm for the children. So that's good. Okay,
The
so cool. So we
children.
go if and when, fuck that kids, but if and when we have kids,
If
yeah, we'll put them in a school where both of them will be in their uniforms.
yeah.
Funny enough, though, although my mom put, and not on purpose, but my mom put me through some shit. I feel like my kids will also look a little dorky. It's a rite of
Why?
passage. It's a little bit of a, like, they'll be stylish, yes, because you know how like nowadays like they dress kids and like it's not adult clothes, right? Because it's their clothes, but it's like adult like clothes.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't
Yeah, no, we ain't doing that shit.
know, bro. You're gonna be rocking the romper. You're gonna be, yeah, no, like like if and when I have kids, they gonna look like fucking nerds, and I'm
Yeah.
excited.
You gonna look like a child.
Yes, 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 yes. But nice. All right, cool. If you guys enjoyed and giggled along with us, we have many more episodes like this, and we drop a new episode every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Spotify, on YouTube, on iHeartRadio, any kind of streaming platform you think we're on, we're most likely on there. Please comment below. Did you wear a uniform? Do you like it? If you didn't, would you have, what is your take on the whole uniform thing?
Hmm.
Do you have a space fun moment that stayed engraved in your head till this day that you can no longer, you can't do space buns without thinking about that moment? Do you have a moment like that? If so, share below. Anything you want them to comment, babe?
Nope, you nailed it.
All right, cool, cool, cool. Speaking of commenting below, you can also message us if you want to be a guest, as long as all of us agree. You're more than welcome. And while you're messaging us, you're probably gonna be on our TikTok or our Instagram, which is at 1.2 brain cells underscore official, where we drop videos sometimes barely, but like yeah, you get it. You know how it is. If you've been here for a minute, you know what this is. Um and with that being said, toodle-oodle,
To the Lee.
hugs and kisses.
Not for me.
Bye.
Bye.